train, high fly, 100 planes. 'Cause when I'm with you, girl, I'm dreaming wide awake. I finally open my eyes. I wanna bring you to life. 'Cause when I'm with you, girl, I'm dreaming wide awake. Dreaming wide awake. I finally open my mind.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Excited to have you guys with us. Welcome to BetSPRESSO. It's July the 3rd, the day before July the 4th, and we're so stoked to have you with us on the Betting News Network to talk everything about the sports slate tonight and what's going on in the sports world. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. You weren't here previously, but we'll bring you up now. What's going on, chat? That's NZ. Z's up, baby. We got Sook in the house, not in the basement. He decided he wants to hang out with you beautiful people on the screen today. We got Vsauce in the house. My name's Sweatpan Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us to kick off your holiday weekend. Boys, welcome. Full house today. Vibes are high.
Let's go. How we doing?
Goats are muted.
I was waiting this time. But, yeah, I don't know what happened. I got kicked out of the studio right as I'm jamming out to Owen's song. That was not a vibe, but we're locked in. Big slate.
You're back. Yeah, shout out to our dog Owen River. Really excited to be able to rock with his Gerald. To rock with his music on us right here on the channel. Go check him out on Instagram if you guys haven't already. We've been telling you about it for quite a while now, but get involved with Owen River. We appreciate him sharing his tunes. Hope you guys have been enjoying jamming out to it. And if you are somebody that's a musician actually, or a DJ or something, and you make some sick tunes, get in touch with us. We'd love to play your music. We'll obviously advertise it. We'll give you all the promo that you want, and if we'll be using your music, make sure to give you all the vibes that you might need. So if you're a musician, that's not Gerald sitting in his room, but then that's all. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Thanks for.
He had a little phase where he would get jiggy on the keys. I remember that, Sook?
I do.
I think Gerald's already ready for Stampede, from what I've heard. He's already in the zone.
Let's not talk about that. I got the fucking denim on already, boys. I'm ready to go.
Sook's rearing. He didn't sleep last night. You know, Sook was that picture yesterday. He had the denim laid out, his new cowboy boots out, and the cowboy hat next to him, and Kanika slept on the couch. That's how that went down.
Damn. Kick to the couch. He didn't even sleep, apparently, is what he told me.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep. I could hear the beat already, boys. I could already hear it.
When do you go? Tonight?
Yeah, tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, then next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Do you just you stay there? You go home every day? Where is it? Is it far, close?
It's all over the city, but the main place that I'm going is called Badlands Tent, and there's all these DJs that are coming there every night. It's like a huge tent, 300-400 people, maybe more. It's just off the grounds of Stampede. The whole city is crazy right now. There's so many really cheesy influencers in the city. Like the Nelk Boys are here, and it's crazy. Calgary Stampede can't be beat, boys. One of the craziest 10 days you'll ever have.
Wow.
And I took last year off, so I'm ready to go.
Next year, live from Stampede, betting news.
What the fuck?
What is happening to him?
He keeps getting booted, basically. I don't know what's going on with his. I need to fly to New York to fix NZ's Wi-Fi in his fucking office. I need to fly to fucking California to help him with his fucking Wi-Fi. We got Wi-Fi issues all over the place. But hey, we're here with you guys. We made it. We're back.
I brought my light today.
You did. You look very crisp.
I think I see a difference.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Very handsome. Chad, thanks for being here. Yeah, sure. If you're watching us on YouTube, on Twitch, or on X, wherever you're consuming this content, we appreciate you guys. The day before the holiday weekend, big vibes. It's the dog days of summer. It is the middle of the summer, but we've been live with you guys throughout the entire process. It's going to be awesome. But I'll go ahead and just say it to you guys now. I'll spoil the fun. No shows tomorrow. We are off tomorrow. The Betting News Network will be closed for July the 4th. We'll still have content for you guys on the timeline, as per usual, and some scribbles out there for the bets tomorrow, but no shows. So don't miss us too much. We'll be back on Saturday, though. Day off for the vibes. We're closed on July the 4th, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Not a lot of days off, boys.
Not a lot of days of network closed, to be honest with you. So hope you don't miss us too much tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoy your July the 4th. We're going to talk about the hot dog eating contest in just a few minutes as Joey Chestnut has returned. Jamie, we talked about this on Talk Your Talk earlier today. Well, NZ's here. We'll talk about it now. Diego Jota, unfortunately, passed away last night with his brother in a tragic car accident. If you don't know who Jota is, he played for Liverpool. Oh, yeah, I can cover my face. That's fine. Jota's he played for Liverpool. Fantastic player. Has won a championship with Liverpool. Obviously, also helped Portugal lift. Was it the Euros? I think they won the Euros with Jota.
Yep.
Young guy, family, father of 4 or 5. Tragic accident. And so we said this earlier, NZ, and I know you probably feel the same way, but it's weird. Ron said it on Talk Your Talk.
Mhm.
It's like almost the same time as exactly a year ago when Johnny Gaudreau passed away, almost a similar type of tragic accident with his brother.
Similar. Yeah. Didn't he get married like 5 days ago, this guy too, or some shit like that? I think he like
Jota?
I think he like just got married. I could have sworn I saw it. But either way.
I saw a picture of him with his partner. They have quite a few kids, so maybe they did get married just recently. But just a tragedy. Seems like a very nice guy. And yeah.
Oh, they were at a wedding. They were at a wedding.
Oh, they were at a wedding.
Yeah.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
I know. Well, and as a soccer fan and someone who bet on Liverpool quite often, I'm sure you know Jota, and obviously it's one of those situations. But it
so believe it or not, it was the news I woke up to from my wife. And she goes, "Do you know a soccer player, Jota?" And I was like, "Diego Jota?" And she was like, "He died." And I was like, "What?" And then I didn't really I was like, "What?" And of course, I go right to the phone, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then the first thing I thought it was the Gaudreau boys as well. So, may they all rest in peace. Gone too soon, all of them.
Doesn't that show you boys that like how much we don't talk about this often, but how much we do think that our athletes that we revere so much are superhuman? Because when they pass, it really hits. It's like we really do act like, oh my God, how could that possibly have happened? And like it brings them down to our level kind of thing. And it's so sad to see every time. And it's just a reminder, like SPJ said this morning on Talk Your Talk, of like, dude, every day is a gift.
Yeah. Time is precious.
It's weird. Well, we often forget, especially as bettors, that these athletes are people, and there's the positive side of that, of like respecting who they are as human individuals. The other side of it is the negative, which we're going to talk about in a second, of what these guys or women can do with their free time when they're not playing the sport that we love. But it's just crazy to me that we've gotten to the point where we are so invested in these athletes' lives that it does. I saw the picture that Mo Salah posted of him. Of all them them hugging the multiple pictures and stuff, and like it almost brought a tear to my eye. Of like, he lost his brother, he lost his guy he went to battle with, and I'm sure it's a personal relationship. I mean, we saw the same thing with Gaudreau last year, but yeah, it's just tragic, and it reminds you the humanity of these guys and women that play these sports, that they're people, and these things happen, unfortunately. So, yeah, as you said, rest in peace. Go hug your loved ones, man. Go call your friends that you like. Go spend some time with them, hopefully over the holiday weekend, and be sure to relish in those moments. You never know. You never have to deal with something like that, but hopefully you can be with those people over the next couple of days.
Not to add to the technical issues we're having, but you sound underwater, my guy.
Yeah.
You're
cutting in and out. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Oh, you're good now.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm
There
good
you
now.
go. There you
Better.
go.
Yeah, better.
I'm back?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're back.
Man, technology is really giving us some run for our money today, boys. Yeah. Well, that's the true B dot, and let's jump into talking about the big news that happened today in the sports world. Speaking of technological difficulties, hello, welcome back.
Dude, hopefully I'm back to stay.
We'll find out. It's like a fun little game. Whether we have you or we don't. We have you or we don't. We'll see.
We fucking play that game every day anyways.
That's true. Yeah. 2 minutes before the show starts, is V coming? We don't know. It's like a little game. Let's see. Well, let's talk about the big news today. We did have some news, and it kind of bleeds into something that's been a talking point over the last couple of weeks, and also, unfortunately, a talking point over the last 6 months to a year, really. So where's the line in sports betting and athletes? Obviously, you guys unfortunately know the situation that Malik Beasley's dealing with. A lot of that's coming up more and more with what he's been dealing with and the amount of debt that he's in, which is a totally different crazy situation. But Luis Ortiz, this pitcher from the Guardians, got caught or is in part of a gambling investigation because of two particular pings that happened. There were two pitches that were heavily bet on and ended up being on this positive side of both of them happened this season. One of them we posted on the timeline, which was against the Cardinals on the 27th of June. It was the top of the third inning, and apparently there was a massive amount of bets that came in on the first pitch of that inning to be a ball. And the video is very clear. He made sure it was a fucking ball. He basically threw it like halfway around the corner. Yeah, it's hard to kind of get rid of the allegations. So we've talked about it a little bit with Beasley, but let's kind of open this conversation up a little bit further. Like, where's the line? Because at this point, it's well documented now that these guys bet on sports, and you know, we talked about it before. I don't have an issue with that. It should be clear to not bet on your own sport. But do you guys think that they're going to have to go to the point where they can't bet at all? Because like, it's starting to become a big issue, and it's going to start happening more and more, I think. And I think the only way you can maybe kibosh the whole thing is just say, well, you can't bet at all.
I mean, listen, it should just come along the lines of you can't bet on your own sport or yourself. If that's I mean, is it a federal law? Do we know? Is it any sort of a law, technically speaking? Because if it is, it's clear as day. You know, you play soccer, go bet on baseball. If you're going to bet on your own team, you're going to risk putting yourself in jail. And I mean, it's clear as day there, unless I don't know. You guys tell me. I think if that's the case, I don't know if that's the case.
I feel like it's the case where everyone will still find a way, because what's the myth about Michael Jordan? We talked about this a little bit a couple of days ago on Talk Your Talk, but like Pete Rose, this has been happening when gambling was illegal and bookies were not on your cell phone. Now the bookies on your cell phone. All the teams have rules. You cannot gamble inside team facilities. They have signage. Even in the NFL and some of the facilities, you can't bet on your own sport. I don't know. The line, we might have to move it. I kind of agree with SPJ where we might have to move the line and just ban them from gambling, because this is so bad for the look of the sport.
Oh my God. That throw
really
is terrible.
Oh, it's awful. And I mean, it's like, again, hard to beat the allegations in that situation.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to throw it, give yourself a bit of a chance that, well, he's probably, it's one of, I was thinking about it and I was in jest, posted that. And then I was like, you know, if that was me and somebody said to me, I got X amount of dollars, and I mean, maybe it comes out that he owes somebody some money or something, and that was the reason why it was happening. But wouldn't you want to make 100% sure? You wouldn't want to like accidentally paint the corner and the guy call it a strike, and then in the back of your head, you're going, fuck, you know, but this is unfortunately going to keep happening. Like he threw a lot of people's first pitch done.
Like 50
these guys are dumbasses, right? Like, come on, we're going to have multiple angles of every play that you make. You're in the majors. Like,
well, the Malik Beasley thing is the perfect example of that. The guy was about to get a 3-year, what did Duncan Robinson sign? A 3-year, $40+ million contract with the Pistons. That was going to be Malik Beasley's contract that he was about to sign. And I'm sure that would have helped pay off some of that debt he's in. But there you go. Not going to happen.
And he was in debt with a dentist, with
the place he played, he lived, like his rent.
And also, specifically, he was in debt to a firm that loans money to athletes in debt to help them get out of debt.
His barber.
Jesus.
Oh, dude, he was in debt. Like
Beasley?
Beasley. Yep.
Shit.
Oh, it was
He was
like
indicted, right?
It was like a USA Today story. It was a big, and I'm sure that this is the tip of the iceberg type of stuff too, man.
Okay.
And some of the replays are him like the spread is 8, and like he gets the ball with 2 seconds left and inbounds it, runs the whole court.
Sprints the whole court. Yes.
Everybody's just looking at him like, what the fuck just happened?
It was like 11.5 point spread, and it was a 12-point game, and you see him hustling down there for a free layup.
There's one where he's defending Halliburton, and like Halliburton literally, I mean, and Halliburton's good, but he blows by him, and Beasley's just standing there, and he like looks. He's like, it's like again, make it a little more obvious. Yeah, it's bad acting for sure. But I think we can all agree that this is obviously an issue, and I don't know how they solve it. And this is a part of what we've talked about with sports betting becoming a lot more prominent. I mean, there's been all the joking stuff about the Beasley thing, and then like, you know, they have like breaking news from Sean, brought to you by FanDuel. Get $100 deposit bonus when you know, like that type of thing. Like it's so intertwined now. Like, how do you? And you got Kevin Durant coming on the FanDuel network to talk about the bets that are going to happen in the NFL, and like you got all these guys that are crossing really tiptoeing the line.
You got sports books in arenas and stadiums.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And it's like, again, it's Well, first of all, I guess the rules that exist now, most of the time, most of the leagues make it very clear. Like we went through it on, I can't remember which show it was, but we went through it and we talked about the NFL specifically. Like their rules are very clearly laid out. And it's like you can't gamble on the facility, you can't gamble on your phone in the facility, you can gamble on other sports, you can't gamble on the NFL, and there's a bunch of other ones. But it's very clear. It's very like cut and dry. And I think all the other leagues are fairly similar in their layouts of that. At that point, especially now, if you get caught doing that, you're just a fucking dumbass. Like,
well, yeah, that's what I draw the conclusion. It's like if let's use the NFL as the example. The rules are clear cut. If you're dumb enough to go against them and just can't manage to just not bet on your own sport, then you deserve the consequences. I mean, it's it's like it's not like you weren't warned.
mm-hmm. But do you guys think it's interesting that we haven't seen this, except the one I'll bring up in a second? We haven't necessarily seen this with a superstar player yet, but with Ohtani. And Ohtani got lucky in the fact that there was somebody else involved that could take the fall in this situation. Beasley got nobody. I mean, if you're needing to loan money to your fucking barber as a multimillionaire, then good luck to you, big dog.
Oh, the NBA is feeding Malik to the wolves for sure. Yeah. They're gonna make an example out of him because now that's the first player, complete scrub. Now you have a guy that was about to sign a big deal.
Well, Jonte Porter was a nobody, so that wasn't really a big deal. Terry Rozier was a somebody, but it's actually come out now in the last couple of weeks that all the things that he got accused of, he actually didn't even do. So he kind of got on the other side of it, but he's been 18 months in kind of purgatory on the fact of like dealing with this allegations. The Beasley thing seems a little more firm. Seems like it's pretty much a thing. But like, I would say at this point, from what we know, he's the only player so far that like everybody and their mother that watched him bet the NBA this year knows who Malik Beasley is because of the season that he had. And so it's like, what do you do? How do you move past this? So I don't think none of us up here have an answer for you guys. We just wanted to talk about it with you. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have comments and questions in the chat. And I don't think there is a good answer really.
Do you think it would be unfair to ban the players from gambling completely?
Maybe not necessarily. With the amount of money they make a year, I think they should be able to abstain themselves.
I think I think what you could do is you ban them betting during their seasons, regardless of the sport. So when they are actively working in games or in like season, when the season starts and the season finishes, throughout that time period, you cannot bet, period, on anything. Off season, when it's your off season program, you can bet on X, Y, and Z, whatever you want. But if you're in season, you cannot gamble on any particular sport, regardless of the sport. I think that could maybe do something.
Yeah, you got to watch out for people who are friends in opposite sports, and all of a sudden they start playing, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden now you got a problem.
Well, sure. But I mean, the thing about this situation, and this is true with all laws, like if you set a law, if somebody's going to be a motherfucker, they're going to figure out a way to get around it. And like, you can call your buddy and call your other buddy and say, bruh, I can't do it, but put 10K on this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that can still happen. But like, if you at least ban it during seasons, it would at least prevent the aspects of this happening, I guess. I don't know. There's definitely something that they're going to have to do about this. And I've also seen people talking about the regulated market versus the unregulated market, and the regulated market has helped this process. I mean, has it really? Like, I don't know if that's actually done anything. A little bit
more accessible, if anything.
Exactly. It's made it to the point where these motherfuckers can download it on their phones and they can just have it too. And like, I don't know. It's an interesting topic. Obviously, if you guys haven't seen, go check out our tweet. You can find a lot of the information about the Ortiz throw, and you can tell us what you think. If you think he just accidentally missed the plate, or if he was had some moolah on the line.
That looked like an opening pitch from like a celebrity that's never touched
50 Cent. That looked like the Mets game one, like 100%. It was
straight up,
and he even admitted he did that on purpose. So it's like you can't even
straight up, 100%. I'm sad we lost B. I don't think we're going to get him back, to be honest. But
yeah, it doesn't look like it.
No, I don't know what's going on with his Wi-Fi. Okay, that was that. That happened today. Go check it out. We'll talk about it more on this, obviously, as we continue to find out. And hopefully, unfortunately, we're probably going to end up talking about it with another athlete.
What about this? Did you guys see this?
Yeah, we can bring that up. So Chavez Jr. just boxed Jake Paul, lost a couple, like 2-3 days ago, over the weekend.
Saturday or some shit.
Apparently, he's involved with some sort of I don't know what it is, but he's got some sort of I don't know if it's a warrant out for his arrest, but he has something going on with the Mexican police where he's been in some sort of problem. But he was able to get into the United States to do the fight with Jake Paul. But apparently ICE has now taken him, detained him, and they're going to deport him from what I've read. And that's kind of the extent of my knowledge of this situation. I mean, besides, without making this political, like if he obviously was doing bad stuff in another country, then you want to send him back there for that particular aspect of stuff. But super weird, especially on a day like today.
Drugs and arms trafficking, from what I'm seeing. Pretty insane.
Listen, if he's wanted and the two governments work together to have him turned over, I guess it is what it is. Hopefully he gets a trial. It's the only thing I could say at this rate.
At this rate, yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if they do that in Mexico or not.
Also, weird cartel connections. Yeah, weird. Well, first of all, if you're taking a fight at this point to box Jake Paul, and I know Jake Paul now is actually ranked in the boxing world, so it's like, okay, great. But like, if you're taking a fight like that and then coming into that situation, would I be surprised if we found out the next person that gets caught gambling on sports is Chavez Jr.? Like, would I be shocked? No,
Come on, those fights are all sketchy, right? Come on now.
Trizzy, I mean, you guys know Trizzy. Trizzy loves violence, super sharp on it. He won't bet boxing. If I even ask him to talk about boxing, he's like, bro, I ain't talking about that. It's all rigged. Fuck it. And I don't know if it's rigged necessarily, but there you go. You get an idea from our violent guy that knows violence backwards and forwards that he ain't even touching that stuff. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, there you go. We'll leave that one in the comments, but probably true. All right, let's see what we can talk about. We got one more thing to discuss with you guys. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. As I said, we will not be live with you guys, so we're going to get all the happy 4ths out right now. But one thing that's going to be fun for you guys, if you want to bet on some stuff tomorrow, it is the annual hot dog eating contest. And last year we did not have Joey Jaws joining the competition due to his affiliate marketing situation with the food.
Oh, that's right.
Impossible Foods.
Yeah.
So he was not in the competition last year. But this year, he back. Return to the King. He has returned for belt 17, as you can see. He is the overall betting favorite, as you can imagine. He is a machine. He has returned. I've seen a lot of people trying to get sharp and bet on somebody else. Bro, he ain't no one else winning if he shows up and does his job. Now, we talked about this earlier on Talk Your Talk, and this is the part where I want to get a little bit interesting with you guys. I'll have to bring it up to block our faces here, but that's it. I'll block my face. So apparently there's a lot of under money on Chestnuts over under, which you can see 86% of the money is on the under 71.5 hot dogs consumed tomorrow. Because chat, you can bet this. The best lines for this, and I'm not joking, is on BetOnline. So go bet this on BetOnline instead of anywhere else. I'm not gonna lie to you boys, I ain't touching that under. I've seen this dude plow through some hot dogs. I know it's supposed to be hot. I know it's supposed to be, spicy tomorrow in Coney Island where they're having this competition, but your boy is not tapping the under button. I could totally see him smacking 75 dogs, especially after not getting to eat last year.
Record 76 plus 300. You touching that?
What are we doing? Factoring the weather into an eating contest? Like, holy shit.
Hey, I can't eat in the heat. When I go to Mexico, I can't have dinner. I struggle, man.
We're capping hot dogs by the fucking temperature outside.
Dude, you're gonna see some content tomorrow. We're gonna only post a couple things, but you're gonna see some content on some people breaking down some variables on how to bet this competition tomorrow. Chad, if you can take anything away from this, just if you want to have some fun betting it, find something you like, put $5 or $10 on it, or a half unit, or however you bet, and then do not invest heavily in the hot dog eating contest, respectfully. I know you guys are degens just like us, but come on now. But should be fun. It's always a fun competition to watch. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on it tomorrow. And we should have some fun things to talk about with Joey Jaws returning back into the competition. Yeah, major league eating for the win. Absolutely. Anything else on the dogs, boys? Speaking of.
Not on the dogs, but it reminded me when you said $5 on something. Guys put $5 on the Raptors to be Summer League champs in Vegas. Plus 2,000. They have 8 returning players that played on the Summer League team from last year. That's insane. That never happens. Jacoby Walter, who was impressive in his rookie season, will be playing in Summer League, and their 9th overall pick will be there, and a few other guys like Jamison Battle will also be there, who also was very good in NBA rotational minutes. So $5 plus 2,000 on the Raps. You go out for dinner after.
There you go. How long is Summer League? What is it,
It's
2.5 weeks?
Less than that. It's about to
10
get kicked
days?
off here in the next week here, and then it lasts for a week and a half.
We will probably give you guys some stuff on Sauce Team next week of some plays. I'm sure Sook will find all the dirty nuggets for you guys to get involved with the Summer League next week, because we're at that point. But we do have a nice slate in front of us today. Unfortunately, V was going to give you guys some baseball plays, but again, it doesn't seem like we're going to get him back. So no V today, and you're going to have to go peep his scribbles if he has some on the baseball, or he might drop them on the timeline if you want to bet some baseball today. Colby had his show earlier today. There's a lot of mentions of what he likes today out there. You guys can go peep his scribbles on the plays he likes. We can talk about this before we jump into the WNBA.
I mean, we've been saying this since last year.
What in the actual fuck are these guys? Are these ladies?
Can we make fun of them even more? They don't even know how to manage to make a graphic to put all 5 games on one graphic that they literally had to do. It's second graphic with 4 and 1. I was like, what is this? What are we doing?
What is
it's
so
smaller.
It's so funny to see like every single like WNBA journalist or WNBA capper complain every time there's 5 games, and they won't fix it. It's like been 3 years now.
We're gonna have actually a WNBA journalist covering the league, works for another company who follows the WNBA. She also bets on the dub. We're gonna have her on the W next week on Tuesday. Super excited to have her in the building. It's gonna be fun to rock and roll and talk some dub with her next week. But yeah, I don't know. It's so stupid. Like, just put at least 3 games in the Eastern slot and 2 in the late night slot. Like, come on now, what are we doing?
Yeah, they got to figure out how to split it up. I don't even know. I mean, there could have been 2 games yesterday, 3 today, whatever, 3 and 2. Like,
I also think they're
missing this work.
I also think they're missing an opportunity to not have a couple games tomorrow. There's a lot of baseball, but there's only baseball. That's it. There's only baseball. I think there may be some soccer, but I think that's it. That's it. Like, come on. I know it's the 4th of July, and but you can't throw a couple games on. It's 4th of July. You're definitely gonna have some people watching.
You should have a marquee game in the afternoon at least.
I mean, they're tough to watch too. I mean, they usually put them on Ion, or like I think one of them's on Amazon Prime tonight. I forget which game it is. I'm not sure, and then the rest are all on the League Pass. So if you don't have the League Pass, you're not catching any of them.
Yeah. That's unfortunate as well. But hopefully this is something maybe with the new CBA coming through and maybe with them expanding the league that we'll get to the point. Yeah. We'll talk about that.
They were not happy with the first offer.
We'll talk about that in a second. But I want to just mention, because Inzi, we haven't talked to you since the Commissioner's Cup game on Tuesday, because we didn't have you on the show. Oh, dude, what a terrible performance by the Lynx.
Oh my gosh.
They did not score a point for 8 minutes in the second quarter.
It's like insanity.
As soon as that happened, I was like, well, all my bets are chalked. Nothing is hitting. It's all over.
So are the Fever better than we think, or NZ Lynx just fucking shat the bed?
I mean, I didn't watch, so it sounds like, they really shat the bed hard. But I mean, it's got to say something about the Fever to play the way they did without their best player. You'd like to assume that their defense or even just their players on the court had something to do with them not scoring as well as they normally do. So, something to think about. I was very surprised, though. I was very surprised when I saw that. And they won by, if I'm not mistaken, like 14 points or something like that. Too, right? It was.
They reverse covered. Yeah, they reverse covered. They were, and I mean, I actually watched the game. Unfortunately, and Collier was really bad. Natasha Howard was spectacular in that game. Aaliyah Boston was good, but not great. They just got railroaded. They could not hit a shot in the second quarter, and then after that, they were down by 10, 15, and they just could never claw back into the game. It was weird.
Did you end up
it was
pressing the plus 10 before the game?
No, I told you I really felt like the Lynx were going to win by 15 plus. I did. When I first looked at the game, and then we'll jump into the 5 games we have tonight. Both of these teams playing tonight, so we'll talk about it as we get to both of those games as well. She's fine. She fractured her wrist, but she's going to be back for the NBA season. But shout out to her.
She's broke that wrist before. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be back. But I was surprised in the fact that I kind of lost my train of thought. Damn, what was I going to say? Oh, when I looked at the game originally, because I was going to go right about it, and I was like, this is 7 points is a lot for a championship game, especially if Clark plays. But I was like, I don't want to touch that button right now because if Clark sits, it's going to look like a shit bet, and then they're going to get fucking railroaded, and I don't even want to deal with it. And then I was thinking on the other side, like, wow, the Lynx should totally just buzzsaw them in this game, especially without Clark. So I'm kind of mad at myself that my initial gut reaction was like, well, the Fever should cover 7. Like, that should be no problem. And, like, I didn't take it,
I don't know with basketball what it is, but the saying of buying the bad news seems to be true. It's like it's very strange because in this case, buying the bad news paid off tremendously. So shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and as Skit said in the chat, and like I said, I watched this game too. It was so frustrating. The Lynx were just missing bunnies, man. Bunnies. And Nafisha Collier was missing all her normal easy jumpers and stuff. She just knocks down consistently. So as soon as that started happening, I was like, yeah, this team's cooked in this game. They're done. The Fever played good too, so you got to give them their credit. They bounced back from not having their floor general, and you could tell after the game they celebrated like they won the championship because, as we've discussed before, they pretty much won half their salary in one moment. So, good for them indeed, and we're going to see if it affects them tonight because they get to take on. We can go straight into that game. That's the first one on the docket. The Aces looking to take down the Fever after coming off that big win. The Aces are on the road here. The Indiana Fever at home coming off that cup victory. Still no Caitlin Clark in the lineup. She's out in this game with that groin injury. 4.5-point dogs are the Fever. Aces 4.5-point favorites. The over-under is 162.5. I didn't end up taking this before we jump into what you guys like in this one. I do have a bet in this game, but I think the Aces are going to win this game by 5 for 10 plus. I think they cover. I don't have any bets on it, but I think that the Aces probably get the job done, especially kind of buying the whole, coming off the win narrative. And the Aces, like you said, NZ, the last couple games, they haven't looked great, but they looked better last one. Asia Wilson went crazy. I kind of like the Aces here. What do you guys think?
Oof. I think one of the things that blows my mind the most is that they're both 8-8. And one's third in their conference and the other one's fifth in their conference. And it's crazy to think Las Vegas is fifth in the conference because they're very far at the bottom of the league there. I'm kind of torn. I like the fact that the Aces came off that win against Phoenix. It was a big win for them. They needed that to get that under their belt. I'm just looking at the numbers in case anybody's wondering. I just, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like Fever may cover the 4.5 points just to buy the bad news again. I mean, back at home where they play a little bit better. I know Caitlin's not playing. The Aces have struggled all year, whether Asia's been in or out. But it is short spread.
Did you see their Instagram live, NZ?
No. Wait, from the locker room? I saw some of it. I saw Sophie Cunningham twerking, or she calls that twerking, and then Caitlin was feeling herself. I saw that.
Ladies could be tired.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, like they were, and I mean, as they should. They should celebrate that totally. I'm not opposed to what they did whatsoever, but maybe it affects them a little bit in this game. Maybe
that was Monday,
slow.
right?
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Okay.
Tuesday. Yeah. So they've had a day to recover. The travel, obviously, back to Indiana. But I have a bet in this game. Like the Fever, I like the Aces a little bit. I think I could see what you're saying though, NZ, because again, they looked good in that game. So maybe they ride that momentum and they carry it over and they start to believe a little bit more that they can get the job done, especially with no Clark, and you buy into that. We'll see. But this is my favorite. I like this play a lot. It's actually moved a little bit, but I love Jackie Young in this spot. Over 7.5 rebounds and assists. -120. I got it's up to -130. Don't care. Would take it. Drink the juice. She's hit this in 9 straight games. She had a great game against the Fever earlier this season with 7 assists and 7 boards. She's also hit this in 3 of her last 4 games against the Fever. I think she's going to come out and hoop once again. So I'm going with this, not overthinking. I like the RA aspect. She's a very good rebounding guard as well. Good facilitator too. If you want to take the assist straight, you can. It's 3.5. That's hitting every single game versus the Fever. If you want to go that route, that is a playable number at -115. But I like the ability of adding in the rebounds as well. Like I said, good rebounding guard. And she had 7 boards against this team last time. So I love the RA for Jackie. Like a little ladder too, if you want to go that direction. But I think she's in a good spot tonight. And I think as long as this game stays close and the Aces show up and play a good game, she'll have plenty of opportunities to hit this RA with no problem. So, I like this play a bunch. And I got a good number on it, so I'm happy about that. So shit ain't hitting. That's how that goes. Anything else on this game, guys, before we keep it going?
No, I honestly didn't go into every single game. This game and the Liberty game, I don't really have anything for.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Go ahead, sir. Did you have anything in this one?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I had 2 things circled, but they're super chalky. Aaliyah Boston, 4 of her last 5 games versus bottom 5 rebounding team. She's hit that 8.5 line. We've been playing it. It's still sitting there once again. She's gonna be battling with Aja all night, I think. And then just to go, not just because it's the WNBA, Natasha Howard's back at 12.5 points again. 13 of her last 15 games versus bottom 15 scoring teams. And I just think that line is wrong because we talked about this on the W on Tuesday. She's averaged well over 12.5 in her career before she comes into the Indiana with a new role. But now with Caitlin Clark, I feel like she just gets a few more shots up. So those are 2 things I had circled, but I didn't play anything yet because I still don't love this league.
You got to start falling in love with it, man, and just roll with it. What do we think about McDonald before we move past this game? We took her points last game. It was air. She had 12. She's had 12 plus points in 5 straight games. Her points line is 9.5 again. She is the starting point guard for this team with Clark out. She plays a lot of minutes. I think it's a good spot. It's a little juice now. It's minus 130, but I mean, her assist is also a nice spot too. But I think the points at 10 plus is a very fine play, especially if you want to throw it into parlay or something.
What's her PRA?
It's not available today, unfortunately. But
there's another PRA that I wanted to play that out when we get there. I was going to talk about it in case somebody could find it, but I was shocked. Same thing. They didn't list it.
It's probably for a reason. That's what we're gonna go with that. Let's move to the game you said you don't have thoughts on. I have a couple things to say, but we can maybe breeze past this one. The Liberty taking on the Sparks. Liberty minus 9.5 on the spread here. 9.5 point dogs are the Sparks coming into New York. Over under set at 171.5. Man, and I talked with Austin about this. I want to bet Sabrina so bad again. Her points is 18.5. She's been so bad the last 4 games. She seems like she's really struggling getting back into shooting form with that neck injury. And I took her last game thinking that she was due to have a big game. Didn't end up playing out against the Dream. I kind of want to take it again in this spot. I didn't end up betting it straight. I put it in a parlay. But I don't know. I think the Liberty should smack the Sparks around in this game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a game. They haven't had a game, I don't think, in a little bit where they've kind of pounded on somebody too. And at home against the West Coast team, I think they handle business tonight. I think they cover the 10.5.
They've lost 4 of their last 5 games outright. They have not covered a 9.5 point spread in 7 straight games. They've been losing some of those games just outright completely. So I think if you like the Liberty, maybe looking at, like I said, Ionescu, you could look at Stewart if you want to go that direction.
Stewart,
This Sparks team just doesn't play defense. So if you want to go that direction, Hamby's in a good spot on the other side, but I'm kind of leaning the direction that I think the Liberty smack them. And I don't know how much Sparks stuff is going to go down, but that's kind of all my thoughts on this game. I don't have any individual bets here.
Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I agree with you, though, on the Liberty thing. It's a big spread, though, so on a kind of a game that's a little so I'll stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last year Rakia was really good on the road, hit a couple of bets with her, but this year she's been bad, and I'm not sure how to get on the right side of her, so I got nothing in this one.
Yeah, we can keep it going, though.
Maybe you two can answer this. Is there a trading deadline in the WNBA?
Yeah.
There is?
I don't know when it is, but there is one, yeah.
Because I got to imagine she's going to be on the move at some point this year because she does not want to play there, Rakia, and she's a good player. Like, she's really good. Mm-hmm. So if she can get out of there, something big could happen. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
August 7th
was traded. Yeah, and Smith was just traded too. So okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Alyssa just went on the move. We talked about that. Let's keep it going then. Let's go to this Dream game. This should be a good one. The Dream at home taking on the Storm. 1.5 point favorites are the Dream. Pretty much a pick 'em on both sides with the Storm coming to town. Over under set at 158.5. No individual bets from me here, but I know Padge talked about this earlier, liking his Dream at home. I'm a big fan of this Storm team, though. I think they are definitely in prime position. Nothing wrong with wanting to go back to Skylar the way she's been hooping over the last all season, really, but especially over the last 5 or 6 games. Her points was something that was enticing to me. Didn't have any straights, though. What do you guys like in this game?
That's the play I have for this game. is
Let's
Diggins
go.
points, 18 plus,
Bang.
minus 118. I mean,
Yeah, I
she's
love
hitting at an 80% clip in her past 10 games, 76% for the year. No Ryan Howard tonight, I saw. So she is out.
Mhm.
So that's one less person that will be guarding her, and she's pretty decent at defense. But if you can find it, it's her PRA that I can't find. Her PRA is 27 plus, hit 5 straight, last 3 against Atlanta, last 2 away games. She dishes the ball. She's rebounding. She's a little bit everywhere. I like the PRA better, but I do like the points. So depending on if you can find the PRA or not, I definitely endorse either or.
25.5.
25 and a half, minus 115. Yep. You got to shop around a little bit, but yeah, 25 and a half.
Not that I'm trying to not jump in topics here, but this is a person that I can't wait till she comes back around. She was a great person to bet on, especially for her assists last year. I think she started this year off injured, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but she's been back for the past maybe 5-6 games or so. If she can get cooking, she'll be somebody that we want to keep our eye on to be betting.
Well, I mean, as Patch said this morning, and as we're looking at right now, with no Howard, she is going to be starting. Her assist has been, her assist has been cooking, 7 and 8 assists in her last 2 games, and the PRA has been smacking with ease. Also, on this note too, Alicia Gray has been really good. She's also somebody that has good success against this Storm team, because the Storm team's good defensively, but Gray was somebody that has cooked them consistently. I like her PA or her PRA or even just the points for Gray, especially off the fresh, going into the All-Star game, being named an All-Star starter. That could be a little. You're going 2 All-Star starters back and forth between her and Sky, which is fun for both those ladies. Very deserving players that have been in the league for a while that deserve their flowers here. So can see them going tit for tat a little bit.
Gray kills me.
I know you got to think about it though, dude. No Howard. So
no, of course. I just mean just in general. She kills me. I just don't understand. I can never get on the right side of her.
That's how I feel about Rukia.
Yeah, I didn't bet it straight. She's in a parlay for me, the 20 plus, just purely off the no Ryan Howard news. But I like this Canada play quite a bit. I didn't end up tailing it, and I like the Skyler play. I'm glad you're on it. I'd be down to throw that in our parlay today for sure. Anything else? So, do you got anything you like in this one?
Yeah, I had one thing circled, but the data set was just from too old. It's from last year, 10 games without Howard. Brittany Griner has hit her 17.5 PRA, 8 of 10 games with a median of 20.5. So, but her minutes this year has been so inconsistent, and she hasn't played without her this year yet. So, just something I thought I'd bring up.
That's a great spot, but respectfully, I am not betting Brittany Griner the rest of the season. They will play her, then they sit her down, and then she doesn't play for the whole half. And it's so frustrating to see her dominate for a little bit and then just sit, and it's just weird. So I agree. The numbers look great. It's just so weird. Her playing time. It makes 0 sense.
League, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, some of these ladies too, especially because women's bodies are different than men's bodies. So women's bodies, especially when they start to get a little bit older, like their dynamics change some differently. So like some of them aren't able to go as long as some of men's bodies when they develop a little later in life. So I don't know. It could be that, or it could just be she's a big lady too. I mean, so maybe that's aspect of it. So I know you keep
our moms too, and that makes a difference too after you give birth. So you never know.
100%. Well, I love the fact that Skylar's getting her chance to come back after having babies on, showing I'm still a hooper. I just had to be a mom for a bit, and do that whole pregnancy thing.
Take that ring off and come flaunt her stuff.
That too. So when we make the graphic later too, it's not Diggins Smith anymore. It's just Diggins now, brother.
Yeah, she got divorced.
Oh,
she got divorced. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, damn, if she sees this graphic, she's gonna hate us so bad. Wow, did we get breaking news? Did the Lakers really sign Al Horford, or is that just chatting? So I've been hoping that was something that could happen today, but to keep us posted if it's just a chat or if it's something legit. 2 more games that we jump into, and then we'll get to cooking the parlay today. The Wings. One of Inzi's favorite squads that he likes dabbling on with Paige Beckers and company. No Enrique Gumbawale tonight for the Wings. However, they are bringing to town the Mercury.
What? Are you serious?
You know that?
I did not know that.
Oh,
no,
you can tell by this face.
I thought you were joking with me. No Enrique. Paige is playing, but no Enrique. No Ogunbowale in this game. So it's 11.5-point dogs are the Wings. The Mercury coming to town. Bet one of the best teams in the league. Over under is 165.5. I know you wrote about this game, but has your opinion changed now that there's no Enrique?
Hold on a second. I'll tell you that in a second. I don't think I took them, so hold on, because I don't remember. My head is a fucking jumbled mess right now. No, I did take
Threw you off.
That stays the same, but it's my props that I have in front of me that change, and not change necessarily, but my favorite prop is Alyssa Thomas's PRA for 30 plus minus 112. I mean, you want to just start off on the small stuff. Last 2, 5 out of 6, 7 out of 10. She's been killing it against Dallas. Last 4 out of 5. She had 41 on June 11th when they played last. And Dallas is also extremely injured, and not even counting Ogunbowale. But now with Alyssa Smith gone, and also no Carrington as well, she can really just throw her body around down there, grab as many boards, whether it's offensive, defensive. She dishes the balls almost 10 times a game. I really like this play a lot for tonight. I really think she gets that without a problem. Great value on it as well. Should be a good play. But the reason my face lit up like that was because I like Paige's PRA. She had like 45, and it was her coming back game from being injured. She had 35 points that game. Do I think she's going to put up 35 again? Maybe now. Because
no Enrique, sure.
I realized Enrique was out. But both teams were fully healthy in the last game when they played, so it's not like she was compensating for, like, let's just say today. It's over here. Compensating for Noah Ogunbowale, but I really like her PRA right now. Now it's 31 plus or minus 104 was what it was earlier today. I don't know. Did that news drop like earlier this afternoon?
This morning, yeah.
Okay, this morning. Okay, so that means when I looked, this line was already adjusted then. I like those a lot, but Alyssa Thomas, PRA, and yeah, I was thinking about sprinkling the triple double. I think I saw it at plus 600, so it's a little low for triple double value, but very doable.
I would definitely suggest, because as somebody who has chased it for the last 2 or 3 games, she's gotten very close. I would suggest, but trying to build it out in certain places to the 10 and 10, because as you know, betting Alyssa Thomas, sometimes she has been great scoring, but there are sometimes games where she has 12 assists, 10 rebounds, and 8 points. Yeah. So maybe go that route if you can find the same value, but nothing wrong with the triple double, and you're on the PRA, so doesn't have to worry about it. But I like it a lot. I'll probably be sprinkling on the triple double too, because I'll be really fucking mad if she has a triple double tonight after I bet it like 3 or 4 games.
Mine is. Let's check her out.
I like the Paige play. Suk, were you going to talk about that? I don't know. Paige.
I took the 20 points, kept it simple, chalky, but there's a few stats that sit out to me with the Mercury. They're 8th in rebounds, 9th in blocks. Yeah, they're good at getting steals, but they're also very soft from the 2-point range. Very, very soft. 8th in the league, give up a high percentage from the mid-range, and we know what we know about Paige. So with Enrique out, I think that she has an opportunity to find the weak spots in their defense. 20 points seems pretty doable. 4 of her last 5 on the road, she's hit it. So it's chalky as shit, but I guess that's what I got to do to bet the WNBA.
Dude, honestly,
Okay, good.
I was going to say, it's different than the NBA, man. Sometimes it's okay to just take the chalk. Just eat it, enjoy it, and love it, and then feel good about it. And just to correct you, because the 4 of the last 5 games she's smacked at home, not on away, because they're at home. Because I was looking at that too. But I'm going to keep it in this game too with a play. It's a nice little SGP game could be. We might end up using quite a few things from this game when we get to this later. But I'm going with the narrative play on this game too. I really like Satu here over 17.5 points. Kind of ties into what you're talking about, NZ. She used to play for the Wings last season. She already had 20 points against them earlier this year. This is the first game in Dallas, obviously. So I like the 17.5 points. Love the 20 plus as a sprinkle for some plus money. You can even take it up to 25 if you want, as long as this game stays close, because the Wings have the capability of getting mollywopped sometimes. As long as they stick around, if Paige has a good game, if they can start to put up some buckets, if maybe Carrington has a good game too, if they can stick around.
She's out.
Oh,
she's got a rib injury. I know it's tough. I know they put up 173 points combined last time. It was 93-80, and these girls still played the whole game. But we are now a little injured on the Dallas side of things, which does not help a blowout situation here. So maybe we have to tread a little lighter with this game, guys.
I think the only thing that makes me feel okay about the 11.5 is it's in Dallas. and it's a Friday, and it's a day before a holiday. So maybe, is Kyrie in attendance check? Can someone find out if Kyrie's going to be there? Because
for real.
I'm not bullshitting. If
People are
Kyrie
coming
Irving's
out to
planning
see
on being
Paige.
at this game, I
Mhm.
know. Well, and she
Yeah.
loves Kyrie, dude, and she's been
Mhm.
hooping when he's been there. So if Kyrie Irving's in the house, I wouldn't be opposed to putting Paige in the parlay. Who else is going to score for this team?
Dude, her
That's how I
20
feel.
plus at even money is like, I mean, she's plus 300 for 25 plus and plus 820 for 30 plus.
What's her threes? She hit 5 against this team last time. I know she's not a big time 3-point shooter, but I could see her
When
just
she gets
knocking out some
going.
threes. Yeah, when she gets going.
So for 2 threes, she's plus 138 and plus 430 for 3 threes.
I mean, she hit 5 against this team like 2 weeks ago.
What's
So-
Kyrie active on? He's not active on.
He's on Twitter, yeah. Instagram. He's a little more active on Instagram.
Let's see if we can find.
On Twitch too.
On Twitch, yeah. Is he streaming live from the game? That'd be dope. But all right, last game. Let's get to the last one, and then we'll have some fun cooking. I feel like we're going to put together a fun parlay today to send us off to celebrate 4th of July. The Lynx, as I said, coming off that disappointing game in Minnesota. We are in Minnesota again in Target Center after that loss to the Fever against the Mystics. Now, we all love the Mystics up here. Big Mystics fans, obviously, with Shakira Austin, Citrone, Kiki, and et cetera. This team's been fun to bet on, fun to watch this season, a surprise of the WNBA. But they're 11.5-point dogs in this game against the Lynx after what we saw. Now, I ended up staying kind of away from this game a little bit. I have a couple thoughts I'd like to share and maybe some things to mention. But I think now, and again, I don't know. I don't want to fade the Mystics. But after what we saw last game, boys, I feel like they're going to come out and just absolutely dog walk this team.
I agree. I
And
agree.
I know you feel this way about the Mystics. I think you're a little more hesitant on them, but they go through stretches where they look like they don't know what the fuck a basketball is. And they throw games away. And if the Lynx are hitting, this could turn into a bad game.
That's what makes it this is a perfect bounce back spot for the Lynx, who have to be a little bit pissed that they missed out on that money based off of just a shit performance. So, I mean, back at home in front of the home crowd, I mean, they're obviously a much better team without, I'm not trying to shit on the Mystics, but the 12 points, they should be able to cover that without a problem. I mean, they should beat them by 15, 20 points tonight. I think they come in and beat the brakes off them, but that's just me.
I mean, the Mystics are a young team. Yeah, they have nice pieces that we like to gamble on. But at the end of the day, with Collier on the other side, that's an MVP candidate, and they have at championship aspirations. So, like NZ said, this is probably get right spot.
Well, I don't feel comfortable taking the Lynx minus 11.5. That's my lean. I feel that direction. But we've seen this Mystics team, man. They've come out and surprised everybody. They could totally come into this arena. And maybe the Lynx had a bad game, and maybe they have another one. And, if you get Citrone going, you get Shakira Austin down low, you get Kiki rolling, this team can score, and they can surprise you. So
Would that change your opinion on the Lynx then?
If they lose this game outright, yes.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Well, I was actually going to say, if we see another bad game out of Collier, then her MVP season may be a wrap, because obviously that back is bothering her more than we thought. I'm surprised. I heard the coach say that she's been dealing with this for years. It kind of comes and goes, okay. But for somebody so young who could recover as quickly as a young person can, I'm surprised she hasn't had the surgery for the disc. It's something that's very basic. Well, I'm sorry. It's very basic nowadays with how modern medicine is and how advanced everything is, that she could have recovered over the summer without a problem. But she went ahead and played through an entire season, or off season. I call it a season, for the Unrivaled, where she obviously couldn't. She put that together, but I don't know. If she has another bad game or so, we got to really think, how bad is that back? Is she going to miss significant time? Is she going to have it operated on? It's interesting to see.
So on that note, because I don't have any bets straight in this game. I like Courtney Williams' RA at 9.5. I put it in a parlay. I think she should bounce back. She looked pretty good actually in the game, but they couldn't even put anything together. She's hit it in 3 of her last 4. She also had 9 boards against this team when they played earlier this season. So she's had a good game against the Mystics previously. And I do think Collier does bounce back. But if she doesn't, let's just play a little hypothetical game here. And as I have beans on Caitlin Clark to win the MVP at plus 250. And that was before she has missed this time with the groin. And that was before Collier went out too.
Right.
So my question is, if Collier has another bad performance and then maybe she misses some more time with this back, Clark's still looking like she's not going to be back maybe until a couple more games with this groin. So she's missed significant time. So how can you give her the MVP? who else are you going to bet on in the MVP? Like where would you want to put your money based on? Let me look at who's like the line, like what the betting favorites are right now, because I mean, Asia's looked great the last couple games, and she's obviously an MVP winner previously.
Yeah, but
where
is she really it though?
I mean, would it be a Satu or an AT type of situation? Because the Thomas has been spectacular for the Mercury, and they've been one of the better teams. So could it be one of those ladies?
Not Sabrina.
I think actually,
She's
I
missed
think
time too. And
Asia's.
she's been bad.
I think Asia's right there. I didn't realize where she ranked right now amongst the other players. I mean, she's second in points, second in rebounds, second in third, or tied for second in steals per game. She leads blocks per game. She's kind of. I think I have to lean that way.
All right. So looking at the odds that I'm looking at right here, Nafisha Collier is still minus 360 to win the MVP. Clark plus 440. I got. Yeah. Clark is plus 440. I got shit value. So, but that missing that time really didn't help me out there. Then it gets spicy. Brianna Stewart plus 1,200. Alyssa Thomas plus 2,500. Asia plus 4,500.
What?
Satu 15 plus 15,000. I mean, if you
I think Asia's a fucking steal right there with the categories that she's leading on, and if she could have a strong finish to the season, you said plus 4,400,
plus 4,500 right now. I'm looking.
And is that from our friends at BetOnline?
Yep.
Oh, I have to make my way over there. That's worth a few sprinkles.
I feel like I'm not going to do that to cover my ass on Clark, because I have a feeling this could get tight, this race near the end of the season.
If they stay injured, absolutely. 100%.
Well, like you said, this back problem for Collier is something that can flare up at any point, and like she could end up missing 5 or 6 more games, and there's only 25 games left in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And Clark, obviously, we don't know when she's returning from the groin, and Clark would have to have a massive explosion the rest of the season to really like assert herself as an proper MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Again, I got a little unlucky with the groin aspect, but I mean, Asia plus 4,500 right now, dude.
They're only 3.5 games back of the Mercury. That's nothing with how much season we got.
Oh,
I feel like her or AT, because if Thomas keeps cooking the way she's been playing too, and the Mercury like really because they've been great too. Like I feel like those two are really good plus money, like plus 2,500, like 25 to 1 and 45 to 1 for both of those ladies. Nothing wrong with a cup of coffee on both of them. Put $5 on each.
Yeah, and that's true.
You know, if either one of them cashes, you're chilling. Because then it could turn into where, Collier has a couple really amazing games again, and you don't have to worry about it. She doesn't miss any more time, and then it's, we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But for the value, I don't know. Interesting. I think let me see if there's anything further down here. Alicia Gray plus 15,000. Sabrina plus 15,000. Boston plus 25,000. She ain't winning. Plum plus 25,000. She ain't winning. Angel Reese plus 25,000. She ain't winning. And Paige plus 25,000. None of those ladies are winning because then a couple of those teams probably aren't even going to make the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't know. Really interesting. Really interesting there. All right, boys. Anything else we want to talk about, or should we cook a parlay?
Let's cook.
Yeah, let's cook.
Okay. Where do we want to start? I know, Inzi, what is your favorite? You like AT a lot or Sky?
I do like AT's PRA a lot. I do like that a lot. You guys concerned about the blowout factor, though? With the way Dallas is sitting? I mean, they literally only have 8 players, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 8 or 9 full players as their entire roster for this game. I think they're supposed to have 12.
I am a little concerned about the blowout. But with how good Beckers can be, like if she has a big game again and keeps them around, like we should get full minutes. I mean, I already have Beans on side.
Well, she may have to play because they don't have enough people.
Yeah, that's why I have a unit on the 20.
Yeah, like she's going to have to play.
I mean, we could do Paige in this too. Not opposed.
Yeah?
Sure. Why not?
Plus?
Inzi, are you opposed?
No, absolutely not. Plus 100 too.
Okay, so we're going to go PRA for AT. Do you like that better than Sky? Do we want to kind of double? Do you not want to double dip on one game? Because I'm not going to put Satu in here.
Okay. Let me see something there. Did they give us our PRA? They did not give us our PRA. Yeah. No, I still really like Alicia. I still like the Thomas play.
Okay. All right, let's go with your plums then. So Thomas PRA, yeah? Just find the line here. All right, so Thomas PRA. I'm just looking at what the live line is right now. Just give all the people's. I'm looking at 30.5. Or would you rather do the 30 plus? Cut the hook.
Man, I'm so on the fence of saying let's just go with. You know what? Let's go with. Let's go with Diggins. Yeah, let's go. With Diggins.
Points.
Yeah. I know I'm last minute pivoting, but I'm really afraid if that game gets blown out, we get screwed, and I don't want us to get screwed.
Okay, so we're gonna go Becker's 20 points, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Becker's 20. And we're gonna go Sky for her 18.5 points. At least if Thomas cashes, you're not going to be pissed because you already have it straight, you know.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't want it to blow the parlay. That's what I'm afraid of.
I like Diggins a lot too, though, and I feel like if they're going to win this game, Diggins is going to have to score. And she's, like you said, she's been great. So, what you said? You said 8. Should we take 18 plus? Cut the hook. 17.5.
I'm actually getting 17.5. So yeah. For Diggins, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Diggins. Okay. I want to do Jackie Young's RA.
Okay.
You guys are good with that.
Yep. Over 7.5.
Yep. Okay. And then one more. Make it a 4-legger. What were some other things we discussed? I don't think any of us had strong feelings about that Liberty Sparks game, so we can skip over that.
Trying to find
what do we have? We have Paige, Becker's points, Diggins, Jackie Young.
Do we pivot to Alicia Gray? As much as I hate her.
We could take Canada, PRA. Chat really liked that. And I actually quite like that too. Or her assists. Her assist has been great. And I think that game should be very good.
What's the assist line?
5.5, I think. Let me check. 5.5 minus 150. Right. 7 in back-to-back games, and she's starting.
Yeah, I like that. And with no Howard. Yeah, I think we should roll with that.
Or her RA is 8.5. She's smacked that with ease too.
Vegas money line.
Sauceman Vegas money line.
Or minus 4.5.
I mean, technically, he was supposed to give us a leg.
He was. By the bad news, he's rolling with the Vegas.
I'm with that.
Should we do 5 legs then?
Yeah.
Are we going to take the money line for the aces, or are we going to take the 4.5?
Let's go money line.
All right, so then let's do the 5th leg. The Canada assist looks nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that.
Puts us over 1,300.
Chat, you guys are in with us. Well done. Welcome to the party. What'd you say?
I said we got a plus 1,300.
There's no way that I'm.
Let's see. Jackie Young over 7.5 RA. Aces money line. Diggins 18 plus points. Canada 6 assists. Becker's 20 points.
Bing bong. Love it. That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. The last 5-legger we had in the WNBA, literally missed by Alyssa Thomas, one singular RA for.
Luckily she's not in here.
Sure. Again, chat. Go bet her triple double. Lindsay likes it.
It's plus 750.
There you go. Get involved. So there it is. There's the W5 for today. No baseball, obviously, but Sauceman was able to be in here to give us the fever. And chat can get mad at V for missing the show and also for selling the parlay if the Fever lose. Or, sorry, if the Aces lose. But we love you, V. Also, everybody give a big shout out to Vsauce for his birthday yesterday. It was V's birthday.
That's
right. So big dubs to the birthday boy. And also big dubs to Mrs. Sook. It was Mrs. Sook's birthday yesterday, too.
They share a birthday?
Yes, every year.
Oh, you poor bastard.
We usually have a big party and have a lot of fun, though. So, yeah, it's usually a good time.
Very
Makes
good.
sense.
Very
Makes
good.
sense.
It's been about a decade of Vsauce never having to plan anything for his birthday because he just comes to my house and the party's already ready for him.
It explains so much about V.
Yeah.
All in one moment.
Yes,
Probably
and
Probably
Derek
shows up
White.
late too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, for sure. Well, to be fair, showing up to your own birthday party late is like, that's kosher, I'd say.
Yeah.
He wants to make an entrance.
Sure. Shocker. I'm so surprised. That sounds so much not like V.
Who?
Oh, wow. Patch does not like the 2nd of July. But hey ho, at least you're not with that person anymore, Patch. Well, chat, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us today for BetSpresso. As I said, no shows tomorrow, so we will miss you. Hope you don't miss us too much, but go out and enjoy your 4th of July. Should be a fun day tomorrow. Be safe out there. Terry, back it up, Terry. Be sure to back it up, Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse. Run, Terry, run.
Run, Terry. Make sure you put it in reverse. Oh, no, Lord, Terry. Oh, Lord, Terry.
Yeah, that's it.
Make sure you, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google 4th of July Terry. It'll come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep those fingers, indeed. Go out there and enjoy. Be safe. If you're going to go anywhere, obviously don't drive if you're going to drink and all that jazz. We want you guys to be back with us on Saturday because we'll be live with you guys Saturday for BetSpresso to give you guys the moves for the weekend. And we don't want you to have to tune in with us from jail. That would be no fun.
Kind of
no
be cool
way.
though, but no.
That would be dope. Put it on the jail TV. Be like, I know I'm locked up, but I got to watch my BetSpresso. Can y'all put that on the TV real quick? All right, thanks.
Pretty dope.
Appreciate it. There you go. W5, Sky Diggins, 18+ points. Paige Beckers, 20+. Jackie Young, 7.5. RA Canada, 5.5 assists. And then the aces on the money line to get the job done, plus 1,300. Let's make some money, boys, before we go into the weekend. We need to pay for the frivolity tomorrow, you know? That'd be a good way to do it. Go follow us on all the socials. We're going to have some more content for you guys rolling forward on every platform. So get involved and go check out all of our content on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Go follow NZ for all the good vibes that Mr. Z Sauce has. Mr. Z Sauce, you are now Z Sauce.
When I put that filter on me, I was definitely Z Sauce. Slick hasn't seen it. I don't think. I'll find it.
I have not.
I found this filter.
Man.
I swear to God, I just look like V. I'm just Z.
Straight up. Straight up Z Sauce. That's what you guys can imagine. Go follow go follow myself. It's what Panji is. Just go get involved with all of our stuff at bettingnews.com. You guys know the deal. Big shout out to our sponsors at BetOnline. Have a fantastic 4th of July tomorrow. Be safe. Enjoy. And again, we won't see you tomorrow, but we'll be on the timeline. We'll be back. And we'll be back Saturday. Boys, anything else?
Let's hit this 5-legger. That'd be sweet.
That'd be
Happy
sexy.
Calgary Stampede. Pray for me.
Yep. Pray for safety. Pray for safety of Sook's return. If you don't see Sook Saturday, you know why, because he had too much fun at Stampede. But he'll probably be back. He was like, I'm gonna be banged up. I'd be like, you're in the shadows. He'd be like, I'm gonna be banged up. He'd be like, it's okay. It'll be fine. Be all right. You guys came for the winners and you stay for the vibes. Have a great 4th of July. We'll catch you on the next one, and we'll see you guys on Saturday. Take it easy, chat. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know we all be loving this shit right here.